What's up, everybody? Soren Baker here on Unique Access, and today we're joined by Nice and Smooth. Thank you for coming through, gentlemen.
Definitely.
Appreciate it. You guys are on the road, worldwide and nationwide, making it happen. And you guys have done so many interesting collaborations and different things throughout the years. And one thing that I always thought that was so interesting is how you guys had some of the collaborations, like with Gang Starr and with Big Daddy Kane in particular. So with Gang Starr, with the Down the Line record, with the Manifest record, and then with Dwyck. So how, when you guys are like working with different artists, but then using similar beats or the same type of samples around the same time, like how was that working and interacting with them and using similar type of beats?
Well, I mean, basically we were family. It was different, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all was around each other. It wasn't just like, it wasn't an artist-based relationship. It was our peoples, you know what I mean? And it just, you know.
That time frame was totally different.
Yeah.
Where you got categories and all of this kind of things today, like from the questions that you ask, none of this existed. Nobody knew that it was going to be a guy named Soren Baker with a camera, digital, asking these kind of questions. We was all homeboys. We still homeboys. And we just have fun. Like if I came over your house and started cooking, and we in there cooking and eating food, and it was the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was not like, this goes like this. Do you know the track that you took this one that goes?
Right.
It was none of that.
Right.
It wasn't even no budgets. It was just like, yo, we jamming like a band, like Daryl's house.
Right.
We was jamming. That was it.
Yeah. And then with Dwyck in particular, with the Gang Starr connection, why do you think that song was so magical and was so special?
Back to the foundation of who we were, who we are.
Right.
Being friends, brothers, you know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody just being being themselves.
Right.
On a song, when it's like, imagine this for a second. You got some people or friends or associates that are like, they good people. That's your homie.
Right.
And now, they may do other things, but imagine if one of your homies could sit with you and then y'all on the same wavelength and create something dope that people enjoy. But you do it naturally, you know what I'm saying? We ain't thinking about it. It just happened.
Right.
And what made the song so special was because I guess the foundation is the love. We love hip hop. We all on the same. We all were moving in the same direction, energy-wise, focus, our experiences. We know what it is, so it's like, let's do this, even when it wasn't popular. That's what made us be able to do something that wasn't popular. That at that time, the different labels, it was so unusual and unorthodox. Our style is unorthodox. Nobody sound like us then or now.
Right.
You dig what I'm talking about? Facts.
Right.
So the thing is, back then, nobody even was doing collaborations of that nature. You know, Dwyck doesn't even have a hook.
Right.
That's the hookless joint, but a hook within a hook. All of us are the hook.
Right.
And labels back then, Def Jam was like, we don't want you doing a record with Gang Starr. We're like, are you nuts? That's our dude.
It was more like Chrysalis.
Yeah, well.
Chrysalis didn't want it to happen.
Yeah.
But why?
Because at that time and era, you didn't have dudes being on a record, the same record, that's not on the same record label.
Right.
That wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything, it was crazy now that you think about it, because it was the beginning of a new era of what was going on in the world that made this happen today. This big thing they call hip hop, rap music. This was like the golden steps of it, because when me and Smooth got to Def Jam, they didn't have no R&B or nothing like that on that label. We were already running around with T. La Rock and Rockmaster Scott, and Bobby Brown, and just all different kind of people.
Right.
And we were bringing all this different stuff to the table. Corey Rooney, Jodeci, everybody. We was bringing it to the table. Like, I go in the office, we tell Leo, this is what we doing.
Right.
They're like, what?
Right.
Like, yeah, we got Bobby Brown singing on this record.
Right.
How?
We got Everlast from, House of
like,
Pain on
what?
this one. He's like, what? You know.
They didn't
we was
understand
bugging
that, and now it's the norm.
Right.
But that being said, when you guys did move from Fresh Sleeping Bag up to Def Jam, what, like, beyond what you just were saying, like, wasn't that kind of weird that they, being such a much bigger label and more prominent, didn't know that could happen? Or didn't understand that?
it was weird to us. Shit.
Okay.
It was to us. It was simple. Like, yo, just put that thing out. You know what I mean?
They thing was like this. They had like one thing that they used
They
to
had
do.
a lane.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
One thing, and it got to the point because they bought us and Sleeping Bag at the same time. I mean, us and EPMD and Sleeping Bag at the same time.
Right.
And one shot deal, and we were the streets. We were what was happening in the streets, especially in New York.
Right.
Even out in California, in the streets though, the
Right.
streets, we was like the groove in the street. So Russell, he was like, "Hey, I see what's happening with this. I see that. That's the thing." And then Lior, they jumped on it because initially we was going to do a deal with EMI.
Okay.
EMI
Chrysalis.
was gonna buy at Capitol was
Right.
gonna buy Nice and Smooth, and Russell Simmons came and was like, "I'll give you XYZ amount of money, non-recoupable."
Oh wow, that's a magic word
So-
right there.
Hey.
And that's when it was like, all right, next thing you know, right, we was at Bert Bedell's office.
Mm-hmm.
We was sitting there, and next thing you know, we was ba 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 ba.
Got a funky run.
Yeah, man.
But the biggest song, obviously, was Sometimes Around Slow, or one of the biggest, if not the biggest. But the thing that always intrigued me about that song with you guys is something that you did on your album cuts a lot, which was put in like social commentary into a song, because the song had a happy feel in a way, but it was a very somber song once you actually really listen to it. So given that you guys were known for harmonizing, known for like having kind of the funky feel good type of records, but your biggest record actually had a lot of social commentary, why do you think that was able to work for you guys and still be so successful even though it wasn't what you were known for?
I think the time was different. The time was definitely different. It wasn't no internet.
Yeah.
That's a monster. That internet is a monster. It don't let people think for themselves no more, and they don't say what they want to say, like how you did back then. And you didn't have to do monkey see, monkey do. You could speak your mind and say what you wanted to say and create how you wanted to create. I truly believe that is one of the major reasons why that did what it did. We knew it was going to do something, though. We knew that, right? We knew that.
Yeah.
That
Definitely.
we knew that was going to do something, and it could have even gone bigger than what it did. The time frame was just really ill, and they didn't understand us too. A lot of the label people, they didn't understand what we were doing, because we were like, "Yo, we're going to try to do this. We're going to do that."
Well, what'd they say when you were like,
Yeah.
we're going to sample Tracy Chapman? Because that was very unconventional also.
They didn't say nothing because actually the only time they spoke about it is when it came to clearing the record. Remember when
Yeah.
they was like the people up at EMI, they were like, "Yeah, we let you guys use that. We like it, but you gotta play it live."
Yeah.
Okay.
So that record is not a sample. It's played.
Yeah, it's played.
All of that's played.
Yeah.
And that's what, that broke the mold. And people up at Sony, they was happy then.